What is up, everybody? It's Camping Randy here, CampingRandy.com. I have a horrible drive on the way home from ROA Off-Road, where I sell campers. So, I am going to do a weekly live post. No one will probably tune in or watch it. So, I thought I'd just turn it on and drive and sit on the interstate inside traffic, and you guys could ask questions. I am seriously getting on the interstate with these vehicles that are 3 long, where they're tied together by the bumpers. I don't know if you guys ever see that where you live. I've only seen it in Alabama. Now it's in South Carolina. So let's see if I can get the comments up here. Let's see, top chat, and nothing's working. So I see a couple people are here. Ask questions. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to do this once a week, I guess. I've been getting a lot of comments of like, where are you at on Instagram? What's going on with the Ridgeline? Where are you at with that? Are there any new products coming out? So if you notice that I'm live and you have any questions, come up and let me know. Why are there no comments coming up? Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. We're getting on the interstate at 36 miles an hour. Just gonna light all these ass guys up. There's road. Sorry for my so. All right, so is asking about new products. We just came out with a 4.5-inch lift kit that is available for the 2022 and younger to 2016 Pilot, all the Passports Gen 2, and the Gen 1, 2, and 2 refresh of the Ridgeline. That is going to be a 4.5-inch lift. That is going on your stock suspension, so you do not need to have a flat out suspension for that. You can run your stock suspension with this 4.5-inch lift. It comes with a 2-inch subframe drop, a 1-inch drivetrain drop, and a giant foam spacer for your steering column. Now you are going to have to disconnect one wiring harness from the front passenger side of the engine compartment, and you're going to have to unbolt both of your bolts for your air intake, where your filter is. Other than that, everything is good to go. It drives the same. So what I ended up doing is I've had the flat out suspension GR Plus, which has the inverted front shocks or front struts, front dampeners, and what I did was I've had those. I have to look back and see. I can't remember if it's been a year or not, and I actually bent one of mine and I stripped out the top of the nuts. So what I did was I talked with Flat Out Suspension and told them I was going to take off my front flat out GR Pluses, send them to him, have him rebuild them, like I said, because one of them's broken. So what I have on the front right now is I have the 4.5-inch spacer running the stock suspension. So that's what I just got put on. So also Nolo Designs, they're doing roof racks. He's got tow hooks now for new products. What else do we have for new products? Right now, due to the traffic that I'm sitting in, I'm confused on what we have. All right, hi, quick question. If you want to do a 2-inch lift front and a 1.5-inch back, would it balance? So I would not do a 2.5-inch on the front and 1.5-inch on the back. What you want to do is select a 2.5-inch on the front, and you can select 2 inches on the back. We are not big on the Carolina squat. And if you go with 2.5 in the front and 1.5 in the back, I think you're just gonna, I don't know, you're not gonna like it because it's going to sit low if you decide to put anything in there. But I can't pronounce your name, Pruba. When I get back to the house, I will think about the math on that, because I think you might have something, because it's only a 1-inch difference. So yeah, the more I think about it, that is doable, because you end up with 1.5 inches on the front for the leveling kit. So yeah, email me, randy@campingrandy.com, and ask me that question, and I will build a kit for that. All right. So great question. I think you just invented a new kit for us, which is awesome, because I never thought about, well, when you order the 2.5-inch kit, you can do a 1 inch in the back or something like that on the kit. So I think we already have that, but go to the website, campingrandy.com, and search for, at the top, 2.5, and then it'll let you know, add it to the cart and do the drop down. But I think you can do 1 inch lower in the back with a leveling kit. If not, I'll add it, because it is possible. So yeah, again, just email me at randy@campingrandy.com. All right, we got a couple people watching. We got 6 people. Which bed tent do you prefer? So on the bed tents, I'm gonna go with the OEM, because it's awesome. Check out my video with the circus music on it, where I am putting together the tent. And the reason I like the Honda OEM bed tent is it has a zipper, so you can get to your trunk if you need to. It has a zipper to get to your inverter and little storage box that's over there on the right side. Also, there's a perfectly placed key fob holder, because if you think about it, and you are sleeping up near the cab with your key fob up near the cab, somebody can walk up and unlock your doors. So they have a little pocket towards the tailgate. Also, our bed fits a perfect queen air mattress that fits back there. Don't go crazy thick. Just go, a regular one. I sell my favorite air mattress. Also, I sell one called a Fontana, and that one you can stand in. So those are the two that I recommend, those two. And other than that, the other ones don't fit that great. And, if you don't want to stand up, the OEM one is perfect. It folds up, it fits in the trunk, so you can always have a tent. That's actually before I started doing rooftop tents. That's what I brought. I brought the OEM Honda tent. I stuck it in the trunk, and when me and the missus would go on trips and had a little too much drinky drink, we didn't want to drive home, so we would go, hang out in the forest. So my truck literally had the air mattress in the trunk, the tent in the trunk, and I usually in the back seat here, there's actually a foam pad back here that I have in the back seat that you can see. But I usually would bring sleeping bags and put them back here, so that if we ever went anywhere, we always had a place to sleep. Because sometimes we'll go to places and we don't want to leave, so we'll just stay. We'll just find a hip camp. If you guys are campers, check out Hip Camp. That's amazing, to where you can stay on private property, because I'm not a fan of campgrounds. So you guys can do that. Check that out. But yeah, definitely, if you're looking at tents, check out the OEM tent. And they have plenty available. Last summer we sold out of tents. I couldn't get them from Honda at all. So we got a couple more people in here. Some people have left. So yeah, it's just an air mattress. And what's cool is also, I don't know if some of the folks who don't have the inverter in the back, they have battery powered compressors or whatever to blow it up. but they also have a 7-pin to 12-volt plug that you can put into the trailer hitch. So if you have an all-wheel drive, it comes with the 7-pin in the back. On Amazon, they have a 7-pin to 12-volt ashtray plug, and yeah, you turn the auxiliary on, and then you can blow stuff up in the back. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. So let's see what else we got. Anything else in here? So yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here and chill in traffic. It's Friday. We are going to Hurricane Creek tomorrow. We are meeting at 9 a.m. at the what's it called? The rest stop there near Harmaden. And Ian from Nolo Designs is going to be there. Chad, who just threw the 4.5-inch lift kit on his Pilot, he's driving down. Jordan's coming. He's got the Gen 1 with the it's a red Gen 1. He's got the 4.5-inch lift with flat out suspensions. And then I'll be there with my 4.5-inch spacers running stock suspension on the front, but my 610-pound springs flat out GR Plus on the back. And yeah, we're gonna go have some fun tomorrow. Ian's coming all the way down from Pennsylvania. Chad's driving about 2 hours. I'm driving 2 hours. So it should be a good time. All right, Bert's got another question here. Wireless, yep, wireless charger doesn't work. Yep. So there is actually a, let me see, what is it? So when the iPhones went to a certain type, it was, what was it? I think it was the iPhone 12. Charger stopped working. The wireless charger stopped working. So what I tell everybody, allegedly in the 2023-24 models, that those are now able to, there's a person on the side of the road that doesn't know how to use their all-wheel drive system. So they're in a Ford Explorer, and they have a wheel up in the air and it's just spinning. All right, looks like she got it to go. Finally, she got back on the road, so that's funny to see. So yeah, that is the bad part of that one charger. Some of the iPhones do not work. But go to Amazon, get a wireless charger, throw it on top of it, plug it in, and that's what you'll just have to deal with. I have a case called Quad Lock, and I actually put it on my mirror, and the Quad Lock actually has a wireless. The Quad Lock is a case that goes on your iPhone, and they actually have window mounts, bike mounts, motorcycle mounts, all kinds of cool mounts, and you just put your phone on it, you twist it. So look up Quad Lock, and then what ends up happening is they have a wireless charger for the Quad Lock, so you can put the wireless charger on the Quad Lock stand, put your phone on it, turn it, and your window mount is now a wireless charger, and then your phone is up where you guys can see me. So yeah, and there's nothing anybody's doing about that wireless charger. There's like no recall. There's a bulletin out on it. Yeah, I think it's pretty dirty of Honda not to fix it or send everybody checks or something. Something needs to happen. So, but nothing is. All right, we got another question here. I'm on the website right now. What do I choose when it asks me for the lift kit, if I want level or rack? You're gonna want level. That's gonna get you that inch drop in the back. So when you buy your Honda, it looks like an old school hot rod. The rear end is up in the air. I prefer the rake because I tow and I put a bunch of junk in the back of my truck. So if you go for a level look, which looks sweet, I think the level look looks great. But if you're towing something, you're gonna be like this, doing the Carolina squat. So yeah, just drop down and put level, and that will get you to what your question was, where you wanted to sit level. So you'll have a 2.5-inch lift on the front, and then you'll have a 1.5-inch lift on the back, just like what you were saying. and that is going to sit you level. Alrighty, let's see. If I want level or rack, what are those? All right, so subframe drops. Got a question about subframe drops. If you lift your Honda product more than 1.5 inches, you need a subframe drop. If you buy one of these Chinese 2-inch lift kits or 2.5-inch lift kits, you are going to put too much stress on your lower control arm, and you are going to wear out your front A-arm bushing. It's the donut one that's laying this way, up in the front of the engine. It'll rip that, and then you're going to have too much of an angle on your CV axles on the front of your, hey, I think somebody just bought a lift kit. Was that you, sir? I think it was. Nope, somebody named Martin. Is that you? Did you just buy a lift kit? My phone just said you bought somebody bought a lift kit. So if you're watching, thanks for buying a lift kit. That's awesome. I might start doing these more often since I sit in traffic for 30 minutes on the way home. Takes me 12 minutes to get to work on the other side of the interstate. This way, up to an hour. So, I don't know. It's been like this for 8 years. It's ridiculous. All right, back to what we were talking about. Yes, so if you go over 1.5 inches, I recommend a subframe drop because you're going to put your CV axles on the front at an unfriendly angle, and you're going to get vibration, and your CV axles are going to wear out a little quicker. If you do need to replace your CV axles, or you're going to do a lift kit on a Honda with almost 100,000 miles, when you do your lift kit, you need to put in new CV axles. All right, because you're going to end up calling me, or you're going to call Ben after you have, close to 100,000 miles. And when you put in a lift kit and you turn that axle just a little bit, you're going to get some vibration. So make sure that, if you're going 2 inches, some people get away with a 2-inch. Recommend a subframe drop if you're going anything higher. And then since we're at a 4.5-inch lift, that's why we have a 2-inch subframe drop. All right, hopefully that reconnected. It was a button. I don't know if it cut out. Hopefully everything went back to normal. So the next question that I have is, what should I pay? Up here that charges $100 for an alignment. They charge $850 for a front and rear lift with a subframe drop. So that's $850 for what you're asking for. And then it's $500 for a regular lift, no subframe drop. Okay, so I gave you high going to low. So I'll flip it to repeat it for those who are just, tuning in, whatever. So $350 just for a leveling kit, that's spacers on the front. $500 for a lift kit, spacers on the front and the back. $850 for spacers on the front and the back and a subframe drop. $100 for the alignment. Also, some other breaking news is HRG Off-Road is now, because he's got so many cool toys up there at the shop, he is now given the front spacer top hats some camber offset. So a lot of us, when we've been lifting our Gen 2 ridge lines, there's no camber adjustment on there. The camber adjustment makes your tire go like this, okay? This is caster. Well, that's toe in and toe out. That's caster. All right, so we got that question. Is the $850 include the... Yeah, the brake line relocator is seriously only 2 10mm bolts. It's two seconds to do that. And that includes, your big cost for the $850 is going and dropping the subframes, okay? Because you're pulling out 4 bolts on the front, 4 bolts in the back, 2 bolts up on the engine bay, and then you're adding spacers on the engine bay, and then pucks on the subframe drop. So that should get you going. So I'm gonna be on here for like another probably 5 minutes. I should be at my exit. And this was a blast. Not too many people joined in, but I think if I do this and people are watching YouTube, I don't know if this is a good time or not. Most people are probably, you know, driving or something like that. And I don't think I'll keep these as archives. I don't know who was going to watch this. Maybe I'll keep this in an archive and see if people do this. Oh, from my heart. My mom is in her mid-70s, and she's a graphic artist. And you know my take on everything is enjoy the adventures. I had my mom in her handwriting, because she was a graphic artist, write enjoy the adventures. So I have stickers now that say enjoy the adventures. I have a shirt that says enjoy the adventures in her handwriting. And I'm gonna end up getting a tattoo on my other arm. There's my camping tattoo, which you can't see, but you guys see my camping tattoo sticker. So I'm gonna get it on my other arm here, so then I'll have my mom's handwriting on my arm for the rest of my life. So that's something pretty cool that you guys might want to check out. So let's see, is there another question? Let's see, any basic shop. Okay, so here's the thing about getting lift kits put on your Honda. I have a video that shows how simple it is to take the lower control arm with a pry bar to get your bottom ball joint up into the spindle, all right? They should be going to All Data, looking up a strut replacement, all right? And if they want to throw an extra hour on there for being a pain in the ass or whatever, or just something different, that's cool. But literally, that's all it is. If you look at taking off the struts, putting a top hat on the strut, and putting the strut back on, it's literally the same price and the same labor as doing a strut replacement job, okay? I've had people get charged like $1,600 to put these spacers on their Hondas, and I apologize if that's one of you guys, but yeah, don't let these shops take you to town, because just because you're not a Jeep or a Toyota, you know, they're not going to sit there and you know, take your money. So yeah, it should be the same, all data, whatever you say, with strut replacement. And if they want to charge you an extra hour, go right ahead with that. Let's see. All right, this is my exit. You got about 2 more minutes. It's Friday night. It is time for Friday night dance party. I'm going home to get the wife. We're going out to eat, have some beverages. I'm going to Hurricane Creek tomorrow, so I am freaking excited. I got to pack, all that good stuff. Let's see here. I appreciate you tuning in and asking the questions. So Chad just joined. What up, Chad? Hope all of the modifications that Tim did for you worked out. That is awesome. Chad, I was just talking, I don't know if you just joined or not, but I was talking about how we're going to Hurricane Creek tomorrow and how sick your pilot looks. It looks like a passport. It's so high. His pilot is so high in the air that when he pulled up for Rigs and Coffee Saturday, I thought it was a passport. It makes it so stubby, man. It is so tall. He got some, he got my front skid plate mod, which I'm going to do a video on that. If you guys got like the first gen of Ian's No-Low Design skid plate and you have some creaking on it, I have a mod for you. So I'll be doing a video on that real quick, and that will definitely get rid of it creaks. And yeah, Chad also got the tow hooks put on, which looks sick. Man, I run out of moisture in my mouth for talking that long. But yeah, guys, that was freaking awesome. That was so cool. I literally don't even feel like I was sitting in traffic. So I'm definitely going to do more of these. I don't know, maybe we'll do some Randy Rant. Shane, the gentleman who owns ROA Off-Road, do the camper stuff with, he has campfire rants, and then he had me out there in Moab and had me doing some Randy rants. So we're gonna throw those on this, and we're gonna do Randy rants. We're gonna do them once a month. I think that will be epic. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments. I'm gonna keep this up. Let me know if I need to go landscape or if you're cool with the portrait like this. It's easier in the car, I really don't care. So thanks for watching. I'm one light away from my house. Thanks for all the emails, the texts, the comments, the thumbs up, the Google reviews, the reviews on the website. Everything is awesome, and I'm so appreciative. I just say thanks, and as always, enjoy the adventures. See you guys. Have a great week. Get out, camp, make a campfire, get some whiskey, make some s'mores, get outside.